Samasta Jivanam Kaviviritam Kalmashapaham Sravana Mangalam Srimaratatam Bhuvi Grinanti Ye Bhuridayanaha Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, your gospel is like nectar and bliss, showered upon the pain-stricken lives of suffering humanity. It dispels all the sins and misdeeds of life. It brings welfare in life. The spiritual beauty, prosperity, and grace spreads through and through one who listens to your holy message. They are the real givers who preach and pronounce the nectar of your message to the suffering humanity. Om, peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we are reading the Gospel of Ramakrishna. We are on page 805. It was a reading on Sri Ramakrishna was in Balaram Bose's house. It was July 14th, Tuesday, 1885. It was a car festival day. So Sri Ramakrishna was sitting in the hall where he used to meet the devotees. And last day we have read that Sri Ramakrishna talked about upadhi. Upadhi means adjuncts. I am what? Name, all are we are human being, but we add our adjectives. I am the editor, I am the publisher, I am the secretary, I am the president, I am this. So these are all upadhis. They were not with me, they were added and that will go away. So these upadhis exist. Why it exists? Because in ignorance. When there is oneness, there is no distinction. So everywhere is the sameness. But we, in the world of reality, in this relative existence, it is very important for us to have our identity, and that identity is the upadhi. Upadhi means limiting adjunct. Anything, my infinite nature is being limited. So that is called the upadhi. Oh yeah, I am a scholar, I am a jnani, I am wealthy, I am honorable. Ramakrishna says all this. I am the master, I am father, I am mother, I am teacher. All these ideas are begotten of ignorance. Because of ignorance, these have come and making me, I am something, I am something, I. In the state of knowledge, all the upadhis are destroyed. That was the thing last we read. On bottom of page 804. When the log is burnt up entirely, there is no more sound, no heat either. When the piece of wood is burnt, and then during burning time it makes some noise. Hish, hush, fish, fash. And also some crackling noise, as also some oozing thing comes out. There is no more sound, no heat either. But it becomes ashes, then there is no more heat and nothing remains of that. Everything cools down. That is peace, peace, peace. To Narendra, sing a little. Then he asked Narendra to sing. And Narendra said, I have many things to do. I am going. And then Sri Ramakrishna was teasing him. Oh, when I say you have no time. But when you go to Mr. Guha's house, and I now and then hear that Naren is in the choir, he has gone to Mr. Guha's house. So then you are okay. But when I tell, I am to go. Just like that. We said, yes, my child, why should you listen to me? Listen to us. The words of those who have gold in their ears are valuable. No one listens to him who has not a rag round his waist. So I am an ordinary guy, why will you listen to me? I have no gold rings and wealth, nothing. Mr. Guhas have rich people, they have something. All laugh. You frequent the garden house of Mr. Guhas. I always hear about it. Whenever I ask, where is Narendra today? I am told, oh, he has gone to the Guhas. And I should not have said all these things, but you have wrung them out of me. Anyhow, so Narendra, you can give this example of friendship. How Naren is behaving with Ramakrishna like a friend behaving to the friend. Equal people can say like that. Oh, you are very busy now. When I say you cannot come to me, but you are going to another friend. How is that? So this is an unusual statement on behalf of Ramakrishna. But it is that there is the deep relationship, loving, respectful relationship. In all the relationships, it is a friendly relationship. One friend can talk like. Master, now Narendra kept quiet for a few minutes after hearing all this. Then he says, Narendra kept quiet for a moment. Then he said, there are no instruments to accompany me. Shall I just sing? That means classical musicians, when you say, are good musicians, they need some harmonium, tabla, flute, all these different instruments make the music much more. Otherwise, classical musician, if you call any big classical musician, they cannot sing like we sing in the morning. My voice cracks or does whatever, we are singers. But they are expert singers, they cannot sing like that. So he says, there is no instrument, Naren is saying. There is no instrument and no one to accompany tabla and others. What the song? Shall I sing alone? That was his question. Master, my child, this is all we have. Please sing if it suits you. You must know how Balaram's arrangement are these. Balaram's arrangement means you manage your own things. He leaves the house, allows the house to stay. But you have to collect something, you have to ask somebody, hey, bring this, bring that. He will not organize things. That's why he's saying this is called Balaram's arrangement. That means non-organized things. Now Balaram says to me, please come to Calcutta by boat. Take a carriage only if you must, or lap. That means if you ask some person to invite to your home, you organize that. That is, suppose you are inviting very VIP person. Then you send a car. Normally, some of our Swamis, when invited for some meetings and things, the organizers send the car with somebody to receive him. That's the Indian custom.
Also, boat is cheaper than carriage.
That he will say. Yeah. That will come to that point. And he said that he invited to Ramakrishna to come to his home in Calcutta, but he said, you can take a boat and come to the next ghat, Bagh Bazar, which is close to Balaram's house, and then you walk up. That means you take a boat yourself, rent a boat, then come to drop here, and then walk down to my room. This is not a good invitation. A good invitation will be, please, will you come? If he says, then we send somebody to accompany. The guest need not have to think of anything. That's our Indian tradition. So host will all organize everything. He will rent the car, he will rent the boat, he will rent everything, if it is to be done. But this is Balaram's arrangement. That means, I told you, please come to my home. So how can you come? Cheapest way of coming is by boat. Carriage will take much money. Horse carriage. If you come by horse carriage, that's why he said, please come to Calcutta by boat. Take a carriage only if you must. That means, don't spend money for carriage. Carriage will cost. He had to reimburse. When you come, they say, how much was your boat fare? So they give the boat fare. But carriage fare will be 10 times more than that. So I said, if you have no other alternative, then only take a carriage. Otherwise, come by boat. And boat is also difficult, high tide, low tide. If you are in a low tide and you are going against the current, it will take how long time? But you bear with it, but less expense. You see, he has given us a feast today. So this afternoon he will make us all dance. That means he has paid us today. Means he will make us all dance, because today is the Ratha festival, the carriage festival, Jagannath's carriage. Here the, what is beach? Which beach? Long Beach or no? Where the ISKCON is Venice Beach. So it is like that Venice Beach, a car festival. So he has invited. One day, he's talking about Balaram. One day he hired a carriage for me from here to Dakshineshwar. He said that the carriage hire was 12 annas. 12 annas, 16 annas make a rupee. So it is 12 anna means 3/4 of a dollar. That's the approximate 75 cents, we can say. I said to him, will the coachman take me to Dakshineshwar for 12 annas? Then he said, oh, that will be plenty, he replied. One side of the carriage broke down before we reached Dakshineshwar. That means he tried to find out cheapest carriage so that you have to pay least money. So he's talking about his miserly nature. Or you can say, not to spend, little calculative, how to spend money, very careful about that. But anyhow, he is the greatest devotee of Ramakrishna. He used to, only one place where he used to come in Calcutta is Balaram's house. And he visited 100 times. 100 times. And that was his city office. Dakshineshwar is the village office. Many cannot go to Dakshineshwar. But this is the city office is here, where the Calcutta boys can come, who live around, they can come and see Ramakrishna, talk to him, and he can influence them in the path of renunciation and spirituality. The program for the evening is that Ram will play on the drum and we shall all dance. Ram has no sense of rhythm. Ramakrishna is making all this joke. Ram will play, but he has no sense of rhythm. So what will be the song you can understand? And we will have to dance according to that. Anyhow, that's Balaram attitude. Sing yourself, dance yourself, make yourselves happy. That is the Balaram's attitude. All laugh. Other devotees were arriving one by one. Mahendra Mukherjee saluted the master from a distance. The master returned the salute. Then he salamed to Mahendra like Musliman. Salam. Salam means, you know how? It's Islamic way of like that. Will bend their head. So he said, Ramakrishna, Mahendra Mukherjee came from a distance and master returned his salutation. How? Then he salamed to Mahendra like a Muslim. The master said to the young devotee who sat next to him, why don't you tell him, I have salamed to him, he will appreciate it. All laugh. I do not know the story, why he is imitating that way of showing respect in the Islamic way. Maybe Mahendra Mukherjee is inclined to Sufism or something like that. God knows. Many of the householder devotees were accompanied by their wives and other women relatives. They wanted to salute the master and watch his dancing before the car. The car festival, as I said, here also. Everyone sing and dance before in front of the car. No? Have you seen? Who have not seen? No? No. You have not seen. Oh my God. You have not seen.
I have not seen.
Hey, Iki.
The Puri Card Festival you never saw?
Not Puri, but here in the Venice beach, every year there is ISKCON car festival. The car is pulled by people, and in front of that, people dance in Hare Krishna like that. You have seen probably. Online also you can find it. Anyhow, so Sri Ramakrishna will all... Huh?
You have seen it here?
I went. Many of the householder devotees, they were accompanied. They came from different places in Calcutta with their family, wives and children. And they wanted to salute the master and watch his... Why they came? To see Sri Ramakrishna dancing in ecstasy. So that's why they have come. Ram, Girish and other devotees, they also gradually assembled. Many young devotees were present. Now, Narendra was going away, but Ramakrishna teased him in such a way, so he stopped going away. So he stayed over. And he now started singing song. What is his song? Kato dine hobe se premo sanchar. When will dawn that blessed day? Hoye purna kam bolbo harinam nayone bohibe premoya shrudhar. Kato dine hobe. A beautiful song with high emotion. The song is that, oh, when will dawn that blessed day in my life, when love will awaken in my heart, when will my tears flow uncontrolled as I repeat the name of the Lord Hari, and all my longing to be fulfilled. When will my mind and soul be pure? Oh, when shall I at last repair unto Vrindavan's sacred groves? When will my worldly bonds will fall off and my imperfect sight be healed by wisdom's cool collyrium? Beautiful song. She say, when actually one can sing with emotion, you can feel this. These songs are very charged with spiritual fervor. When shall I learn true alchemy and touching the philosopher's stone, transmute my body's worthless iron into a spirit purest gold? When I shall get that touch of the golden touch, what you call the philosopher's stone. That this iron, this body or mundane mind will be all like a gold, valuable, meaningful, full of joy and bliss. No? When shall I see this very world as God and roll on the love's highway? I shall roll down in the ground is the love of God. When shall I give up piety and duty and thoughts of caste? When shall I leave behind all fear, all shame, conventions, worry and pride? Oh, I shall smear my body then with the dust from the feet of the devotees. Across my shoulders I shall sling renunciation pack. In one pack, renunciation. And drink from my two hands a cooling draught of the holy river of Jamuna, life-renewing stream. Oh, when then I shall be mad with love, I shall both laugh and weep for joy. Then I shall swim upon the sea of blessed Satchidananda, drunk with his love. I shall make all as drunk as I. Apuni, oh, I shall sport at Hari's feet forevermost. Apuni matiye shakole matabo puri hori loko lajobhiman kotodine hobe se premo sanchar. হয়ে পূর্ণ কাম বলবো হরিনাম নয়নে বহিবে প্রেময় শ্রুধার কত দিনে হবে সে প্রেম sanchar. Sisira, when Swamiji sings songs, it's how profound. Even you read the translation, you can feel, and when he's and think that a person like Swamiji, Naren is singing with utmost concentration, and Ramakrishna's presence, who is an embodiment of love. What spiritual atmosphere can be created at that time. He sang again another song. That is also a very powerful song. This is about Hori, about Bhagavan, God, according to Vaishnava path. When shall I cry, when shall I see, when my heart will be charged with God intoxication, when I shall roll down in the ground in the name of Hori, all this. Now he's singing about mother. Mother's days are coming. So you should start chanting Jai, Jai Sri Durga. This time again. We'll send you the notice. So, in dense darkness, O Mother, thy formless beauty sparkles. Therefore the yogis meditate in a dark mountain cave. Nibido adhare matur চমকে রূপরাশি নিবিড় আধারে, in the deep darkness, in the cave of deep darkness, your divine forms like a sparkling light there. তাই যোগী ধ্যান ধরে হয়ে গিরি গুহাবাসী. Being in the cave, that's why the yogis go into dark, deep cave and they meditate on your divine beauty. In the deep darkness, you are the bright light there, effulgent. So he continued to sing this song. And then afterwards, Balaram has added some kirtan. Kirtan means a group of singers, baul singers. You know baul? Folk song singers. So every festivity means like that. They will come and sing so many songs. They are expert in singing the song, and they can mesmerize thousands of people at a time. Balaram has arranged that for kirtan with Vaishnava Charan, the musician. So Vaishnava Charan was a great Pandit also. The Vaishnava Charan sang, "O tongue, always repeat the name of Mother Durga." My tongue, always repeat Ma Durga's name. Who but your Mother Durga will save you in distress? Who else is there? Take the name of Mother Durga. So this song he started. So Naren stopped here. These two songs Naren sang, and then he stopped. And then Balaram paid people. They're this type of musicians. Their livelihood goes on like that. They go to different festive areas. They are invited. They sing songs, and their little some whatever money. By that they maintain their family. So when Sri Ramakrishna heard a line or two of this song, "Oh my tongue, always repeat the name of Mother Durga," like that, he went into samadhi. He stood up in the ecstatic mood. Then the younger Naren supported him. The master's face was lighted with a smile. Gradually his body became motionless. His mind appeared to have gone to another realm. All the devotees in the room looked at him in amazement. The women devotees watched the samadhi, watched the scene from behind the screen. After a long time, he came down from samadhi, chanting the holy name of God. So this is a beautiful description here, no? This man is singing the song about the Divine Mother, take the name of Mother Durga in your tongue all the time. Who is there to, other than Mother Durga, to rescue like that? And Sri Ramakrishna, a line or two were sung, and he went into samadhi. And the description, you can meditate. When we meditate, our meditation does not become very concrete and clear. But this, if we remember this description, is actually someone is describing how Ramakrishna went into samadhi, how his facial expression is changing. So he said he stood up in that ecstatic mood. That we see the standing posture, no? Only one photograph. But those who have seen him every day, that type of ecstasy happening, how many times? The master stood up in ecstatic mood, and the younger Naren, not this Naren, Swami Vivekananda, but the other Naren, he was trying to hold him. By chance he falls, just for protection. And then the master's face was lighted with a smile. As you see the samadhi, a little smile in the face, no? Smile is the expression of joy, spontaneous joy. And gradually his body becomes motionless, as always, no? Dead body, almost becomes dead body. Breath stops, eyelid does not fall. So all the symptoms of a dead body. All devotees in the room looked at him with amazement. To see a person in samadhi is an ordinary thing. Where you find in the world, tell me one who you can see a person in samadhi. And they are so fortunate. Then the women devotees, they also want to see, but women devotees should be always under this, behind the screen, because society was very rigid because of these Muslim people, nothing else. If they see women, then they'll beat or take away from the home. So better to keep them in the inner courtyard. But that became a bondage, of course, Hindu community also. That they could not come out open in the public or to the public. Only Brahmo movement started, that time in the women education started, and then they came out. Everything has a good side, bad side. But it happens one time when Muslim aggression was there, they will kidnap any bright girl or anywhere from house. So how to protect them? They started giving them marriage, early marriage, so that they are married at least little safe. And they will be not visible outside, so that they cannot get much chance to destroy the peace of the house. So that started, that was one reason. But they become so rigid, the women have to sit inside. They cannot come out. So they are enjoying or trying to see to their space between the two, blinds. Our blind is one type. Suppose you think of the blind made of some sticks, and there is little space in between when you pull it, and through that they are trying to see Ramakrishna. Holy Mother used to also see Ramakrishna from Nahavat, Dakshineshwar, from her room, and the Dakshineshwar, the next room where Ramakrishna is singing, dancing and talking. The women devotees watched the samadhi, chanting holy name. Seen from behind the screen, after a long time, Sri Ramakrishna came down from samadhi, chanting the holy name of God. As the master sat down, Vaishnavacharan sang again. The same singer, musician, who sang one song, and this transformation happened in the Sri Ramakrishna's personality. Everyone was intrigued into that. Music stopped. And then when again Ramakrishna came down into the normal condition, then again he started singing another song. Song is that, O Bina, Bina means the musical instrument, sing Lord's Hori's name. Without the blessings of his feet, you cannot know the final truth. The name of Hori slays all grief. Sing Hari's name, sing Krishna's name. That was the song. Then he sang also, O Bina, forgetting to worship Hari, I pass the days of my life in vain. Actually, what we do, a sincere seeker will always say, we are spending the whole day. How we are spending the day? If you don't think of Hari, then your life is miserable life. And if you can have thought of God all the day through all your actions, then your life is meaningful. So he says that life is meaningless because how many times we remember God in the whole life? From morning till now, if we watch, how many moments we remembered God? Even if you say repeating the holy name, people do mantra, that also mechanical, not feeling. So she's saying that, oh Bina, this is my music. Rabindranath Tagore also sang, let my this string instrument always sing the glory of the Lord. Oh Bina, forgetting to worship God, Lord Hari, I pass the days of my life in vain. The whole day goes, it is a wastage. One day gone. That's why Ramakrishna used to feel that when the day is gone, sun is setting, he used to cry, oh mother, another day is gone. I have not realized you. We can say, another day gone, 24 hours times 60 minutes, 60 seconds. So many seconds passed. I have not thought of you. How many seconds? So it is vain. The day is gone. This is the point to understand and remember. Day is passing, you are not coming back. Today is gone, forever gone. It will not come back this day today, again. By the way, today Swami Atmatattvananda Swami's body was cremated just when we are doing the evening prayer. So most auspicious, how we matched, God knows. And our Harinamananda, Mahajogananda also sang the song which is sung in Belur Math. Behold the holy land of joy and beyond the name, beyond this world of duality. That is a beautiful song. Anyhow, so it was afternoon. So noon is gone, he has eaten, the song has been done, and now afternoon. In the meantime, the small car, Jagannath's car, decorated with flowers, flags and bunting, had been brought to the inner veranda. You know, Balaram Bose's house is, there is how rooms are outside, no? And they have an inner veranda. Square, you can rectangular veranda, you can, or it is almost square or little rectangular. So that veranda is quite long, so you can pull the small cart, car. Car means you prepare with the small wooden wheel with makeshift structure and put the Lord Jagannath, Balaram and Subhadra, 3 deities like Puri Jagannath, and then they tie with the rope and pull everyone. It's a mini representation of the big car festival which happens in Puri Jagannath. So he says that is the time they decorated. In the meantime, a small car of Jagannath, decorated with the flowers, flag, etc., brought to the inner veranda, then you can go like this, go round like that. You can go round and round the inner courtyard. House is on the house inside veranda. Square veranda inside, and there is a hole, of course, in the middle you can see the ground floor. Anyhow, the images of Jagannath, Subhadra and Balaram were adorned with sandal paste, flower, garlands, ropes and jewelry. Sri Ramakrishna left the room where the professional musicians were singing and came to the veranda accompanied by the devotees. So Ramakrishna was sitting in his room with so many devotees, and that room opens up into the veranda. So Ramakrishna went up into the veranda and saw the car and the musicians singing in front of the car, as I said. Dancing, singing goes in front of the car. He stood in front of the car and pulled it by rope. He began to sing and dance with the devotees in front of the car. Now master is singing. The master sang. We are on page 807. Behold, the two brothers have come who weep while chanting Hari's name. He sang again, see how all Nadia is shaking under the waves of the Gauranga's love. Like that. The music and dancing went on in the veranda as the car was pulled to and fro. A large crowd entered the house on hearing the loud music and the beating of the drums. Sri Ramakrishna was completely intoxicated with divine love. The devotees felt its contagion and danced with the master in an ecstasy of love. Afterwards, Sri Ramakrishna returned to his drawing room. M and others devotee stroked his feet. Filled with divine fervor, Narendra then started singing to the accompaniment of the Tanpura. Come, come, mother, dole on my soul, my heart's delight. In my heart's lotus, come and sit, that I may see thy face. So this is another unique combination. Now, this conflict is to be observed very critically. When there is a car festival of this called the Vaishnava devotees, they are worshipper of Krishna and Narayana. But after just finishing that car festival, pulling, drawing, singing, dancing, Hari, Krishna, all this, immediately Ramakrishna came back to his own place, room, where he was sitting. All the devotees also joined, and he started singing about mother's name. But the Vaishnavas cannot do that. It will be impossible for them to chant the name of mother then. This is the harmony you can see. Mother and Krishna you say, but in essence they are the same. So this is the life's expression, Ramakrishna's beauty. You can see that. That is the lesson for this age to understand. Come, mother, come, dwell on my soul, my heart's delight. In my heart's lotus, come and sit there, that I may see thy face. If they say, now you are saying, Krishna, come, 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 and now Krishna you throw out, you say, Ma, come, come, come. What is that? For him, Maha and Krishna, they're the same. Only two different forms of the Satchidananda consciousness. No? In a Saguna form. Saguna.
Actually, Puri Jagannath, that Jagannath is black, Subhadra is white, no, Balaram is white, and Subhadra is yellow. So someone said that they, under the midnight, they are being worshipped. Jagannath as Mahakali, Balaram as Mahasaraswati, and Subhadra as Mahalakshmi. Like in Chandi, the three deities, and they are being worshipped as Kali.
But it is not normally known, but it may be the inner practice. In the midnight, there is some tradition is going on to think that it is the mother. The three forms, there is no Balaram is Krishna. Krishna is the Jagannath. Balaram is his brother, elder brother. And Subhadra is the sister, according to Vaishnava tradition. But as I hear now, there is also a tradition, there itself they do the puja on special day as Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati, Mahakali. As in the Chandi, three aspects of mother. So, yeah, but people, that's why Puri Jagannath is considered to be the very open for all. But still they don't allow people to enter inside and things. But anyhow, so mother. So the mother, he started talking about mother. Then Ramakrishna sang again, Mother, thou art our soul redeemer. Thou the support of the three gunas, higher than the most high. Thou art compassionate, I know, who takest away our bitter grief. Shandha art thou and Gayatri. Thou dost sustain this universe. Mother, the help art thou of those that have no help but you. O eternal beloved of Shiva, you are in the earth, in water are thou liest as the root of all. In me, in every creature, thou hast the home, thou clothed with form, yet art thou formless reality. So this song goes on, another song, Ramakrishna sang another song. After that singing, a devotee said to Narendra, will you sing that one? O mother, thou, my inner guide, ever awake within my heart. Master, oh no, why that song now? The proper thing now is to sing of divine bliss, a song like, O Mother Sama, full of waves of drunkenness, divine. So, Narendra now started singing the same song what Ramakrishna mentioned. So Narendra sang, O Mother Shama, Shama means Makali, full of the waves of drunkenness divine, who knows how you do sport in the world. Your fun and frolic, your glances put to shame the god of love. O wielder of the sword, O you, the terrifying face, the earth itself is shaken under your leaps and strides. Like that, O Mother, eternal consort of Brahman. Full of divine ecstasy, Narendra sang again and again the lines, Thou dost in the lotus of my heart, O Mother, eternal consort of Brahman. Ramakrishna was dancing, drunk with divine love, and he sang again and again, O Mother, eternal consort of Brahman. After dancing long time, Sri Ramakrishna resumed his seat. He was very much pleased to see Narendra in a spiritual mood, singing with tears in his eyes. Baba. It is we sing only, but Narendra sang, and he sang with the tears in his eyes, no? It is not only music, it is not only the movement of the vocal cord or the single instrument, stringed instrument playing, or the drum, but it is the connected with the heart and the spirit there. It was about, so it started at 3 or 4 o'clock, now it has become almost 9 o'clock in the evening. The devotees still sat around the master. And then Vaishnavacharan sang about Gauranga. Gauranga means Sri Chaitanya. Oh, the beautiful Gauranga, the youthful dancer, fair as molten gold, etc., etc. Next, Vaishnavacharan sang about Sri Krishna. Krishna had left his pastoral life in Vrindavan and became the king of Mathura. A gopi met him there and said, O Hari, how shall we know you now? In Mathura, royal splendor, you have forgotten us. Now, in your kingly robes, you ride an elephant. Have you utterly forgotten how in Vrindavan you tended cows? O Hari, have you forgotten how you would steal the butter from Braja's innocent gopis, gopi maids? So you forgot all these things and you have become a king here. So, how can I recognize you? How can you recognize us? Anyhow, so this environment we can understand how Ramakrishna is to live the day. From 4 o'clock, from morning we see that this one talk about God, singing bhajan, going to ecstasy, coming down again, in between little food or something, and again with the devotees. 9 o'clock this is going on. And now he says about 11 o'clock, night 11 o'clock, the devotees saluted the master and were departing one by one. Always karma kalevara adbhuta chestam. Swami Vivekananda composed the idea about Ramakrishna. He is the embodiment of karma. He is not doing any karma, no? But this is a karma, highest karma. Being engrossed in the divine mood, creating that divine mood for everyone. So that is the adbhuta chestam. Your attempt is very unique, and also he is relentlessly doing work. What work? Spreading the spirituality and giving that expression of divine love among the devotees here. About 11 o'clock in the night, the divine devotees saluted the master and were departing. Master said, "You may all go," pointing to Narendra and the younger Naren. "It will be enough if these two stays." Mane, he is asking if Naren can stay back. All are going. So Naren, of course, Balaram Bose's house and Vivekananda's house are not too far away. It is just a walking distance. To Girish he says, "Will you eat your supper at home? You may stay a few minutes if you want to. You want a stroke?" But Balaram's servant is just like the master. Ask him for a smoke and he won't give it. But don't go away without having your smoke. That means Balaram's arrangement is that you have to tell, "Hey, bring, hey, otherwise they will not give you." Though every arrangement is there, because they are the landlord of that time. Girish had brought with him bespectacled friend. The latter observed all these things and left the place. Sri Ramakrishna said to Girish, "I say this to you and to everyone, please do not force anybody to come here. Nothing happens except at the right time." This person came, he could not enjoy Sri Ramakrishna's company probably, so he left. And that's why Ramakrishna said, we don't learn it, we always want to give advice to people and to change them. Sri Ramakrishna himself is said to Girish, "I say this to you and to everyone, please do not force anybody to come here. Come here and come to Ramakrishna. Nothing happens except at the right time. When the heart will be pure and you say something, or he will be searching. He will himself search for true religion, then he will find it. But that does not mean that we should not tell. But if you tell, don't think that your telling will make anyone change. They come and they go back. And this happened here. Before leaving, a devotee saluted the master. He had a young boy with him. Sri Ramakrishna said to him affectionately, "It is getting late and you have this boy with you." So Narendra, the younger Naren, and a few other devotees stayed a while and then took their leave. So they also stayed back for some time as Ramakrishna requested. So Naren and Choto Naren, younger Naren and Vivekananda Naren, both of them stayed back. Ramakrishna used to like them very much because of their purity and purity of the heart. But everyone left that night. So this is happening. See Ramakrishna's personal life. From morning it starts, night 11 o'clock, it is one after another. Devotees are coming, he is singing, and all this play is going on. And after 11:30, they all left. Then his private time, Where is his private time? We will be, one day is okay. We will be very unhappy if it continues 2 days, 3 days. One day, our function days, celebration days, people get tired. Oh my God, I say. Ramakrishna's celebration is every day. Even one person stays, that is his job, to talk. And we say, why to do? This is Sri Ramakrishna's to listen. Anyhow, that part was now finished. That day's reading is finished. So we have 10 minutes time. If there is any question, no question, so then I can read a little bit then. Wednesday, July 15, 1885. It was Wednesday, July 15 only, and today is what?
September 29.
So, yeah, 1885. It was about 4 o'clock in the morning. See, now we heard at midnight. The other day, Balaram's house, the program going on up to midnight. And now we see in the 4 o'clock in the morning, Sri Ramakrishna was in bed in the small room next to the drawing room. That means he is still in the Balaram Bose's house. The big hall and the small room is there, side by side. And that is the temple now. That is the shrine room now, where Ramakrishna used to live. M was sitting on a bench on the outer veranda to the south of the room. A few minutes later, Sri Ramakrishna came out to the veranda, and then M saluted. M is already reached there. M's house is also very close. He can go home and come back. It is within the village. It is 2 miles, 1 mile distance. Master said, I have already been up once. Well, shall we go to Dakshineshwar this morning? M. The Ganges is less choppy in the morning. Then day was gradually breaking. The devotees had not yet arrived. Sri Ramakrishna had washed his mouth and was chanting the name of God in his sweet voice. He stood near the north door of the room. M was by his side. A few minutes later, Gopal Ma arrived and stood near him. 1 or 2 women devotees were looking at the master from behind the door of the inner apartment. They were like the gopis of Vrindavan looking at Krishna, or the women devotees of Nadia looking at Gauranga from behind the screen. After chanting the name of Rama, Sri Ramakrishna chanted the name of Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna of the gopis, Gopi, Gopi, Krishna, the life of the cowherd boys of Vrindavan, Krishna, the son of Nanda, Govinda, Govinda. So, this is a standard style. When we are small, young children, we used to hear. Every family, dad, mom, they get up with this type of chant. Chanting the Krishna name, Rama name, or saying Govinda, Govinda, like that. What beautiful. First, even getting out of the bed, not yet. They will start from there. And then the first name is God's name. Some will not see any other thing. First go to see Krishna first. Whatever their Ishtadeva. Those are wonderful traditions. Now getting lost. People don't have those types of environment. Next he chanted the name of Gauranga. Then he repeated Alek Niranjan, which is a name of God. Saying Niranjana, he wept. The devotee wept too. With tears in his eyes, the master said, "Oh Niranjana, oh my child, come, eat this, take this. When shall I make my life blessed by feeding you? You have assumed this human form for my sake." He prayed to Jagannath in a very touching voice, "O Jagannath, O Lord of the universe, O friend of the world, O friend of the poor, I am not, O Lord, outside the universe. Be gracious to me. Got it? He's saying, O friend of the world, O Lord of the universe, O friend of the poor, I am not, O Lord, outside your creation. Please show your compassion to me. I am also belong to you. So this type of prayer. While he sang in praise of Jagannath, he was beside himself with divine love. Now he chanted the name of Narayana. He danced and sang, O Narayana, 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 Narayana. And he danced and sang again, Ah, friend, I have not found him yet, whose love has driven me mad. Okay? So, Sri Ram, one beautiful description here you find that how we should pray, how our day should start. As if feeling the presence of God, he is calling upon all the names. See, another thing, he is calling upon all the names. Krishna, then Mother, and he is talking here of the baby Krishna, because the Ratha festival, car festival, so it is Krishna's, almost connected with Krishna. And he starts by saying, Oh Govinda, another name, Oh Jagannath, another name. Oh friend of the world, oh friend of the poor. I am poor, so you are the friend of the poor. Help me. I am not outside your creation. Don't leave me, O Lord. And then be gracious to me. And then Jagannath, he started saying, Oh Narayana, 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 like that. The different names of this, of God.
What is Narayana?
Narayana is Krishna, the four-armed Narayana. He's taking just the name of Narayana. And
What does it symbolize?
he is Narayana, the creator. Three types of God is there. Creator, sustaining, and destruction. Brahma creates, Narayana preserves, maintains. And he is born as Krishna. He is born as Ramakrishna.
Okay.
So, and then destruction is Lord Shiva. So this is the aspect of Narayana, Narayana. That means he can get impacted by anything. Anything can inspire him. But here, because it is car festival, so it is connected with Krishna and Narayana. That's why he is more infused in that ideal.
Here's a question.
So Nara means water. So the one who is always under celestial.
And that is a mythical story. Narayana lives in the ocean of, when everything is deluged, Narayana lives in a snake, and on that snake he lies, he lies down on that and sleeps. The whole world sleeps then. Okay, keep prashna. What is the question?
What is it?
You want me to read it?
Oh, no, I can read it.
I thought
Okay, so we end here the class. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Today's world has become so corrupt and immoral that some people justify being immoral themselves in order to survive in such an unfair world. Is such an approach to life okay? A very difficult question. How can I see? The world is really so corrupt. It was corrupt. Look at that life when Krishna came, or Duryodhana was a corrupt person. These corrupt people are always there. Sometimes number is more, some number is less. But we should justify being immoral. If those people, those who think that they have to survive with that and justify that, let them do. But it's a question of values. If such a spiritual person who cannot compromise, they will suffer, but they will not yield to that immoral or what is called corrupt attitudes. So they cannot take it. But it is true, when we are forced to stay in an untoward situation, to keep our values is very difficult. If you keep your values, you lose your job. You keep your values, you lose your prestige, social position. It happens. If you are very truthful, then you suffer more. But these are the prices of spirituality. But those who cannot, they will have to probably do that. But there are people like Ramakrishna's father. He could not bend. It is immoral. Ramakrishna's father was forced or asked to give a witness which is lie. But his immoral situation, he is forced to put into the immoral situation. But his character was such, he became a beggar in the street, gave up his ancestral home, all landed property, everything that the zamindar, the landlord, took away, and he became a street beggar. But he has the courage to go beyond this immoral behavior, or under that pressure he didn't succumb. He preferred to be a beggar in the street with his wife and children, and not knowing what next the meal will come. That's a character. That's why the Lord of Truth, Ramakrishna, is born there. So those who can, they will do. Those who cannot, they will have to decide for themselves. But it cannot be justified for all. It will depend on the strength, how one is capable of handling that under the context. Suppose someone is going to be a homeless person, so he may be using some immoral, little slight truthful, not truth, a little untruth, and then he can retain his job. No? Okay. But I cannot say that is good or bad. That is, the person is to have to decide. But those who have the high moral values, they will not yield with anything. They will give their life, sacrifice everything for truth or for moral ideals. It depends on the inner strength of the individual. Okay? Jai Ma. So thank you all for this class, and what else? Tomorrow will be Gospel Gita class, Bhagavad Gita class by Swami Satyamananda. Which chapter is going on?
We're in chapter 8.
Eighth chapter. Okay. Anyhow, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace.